been more than a month I have not uploaded the video, and the reason is that my father was hospitalized. He was literally fighting for his life. You know, my life has put me in this situation for a second time now. The first time when my father was hospitalized, we had to do a surgery, and I still remember the night I was sleeping on the hospital floor. It was cold and everything was quiet. I could not sleep at all. It was not because the floor was cold, but because my mind was unrest. I was checking my phone bank balance, Google Pay, again and again, even though I know how much money was there in that account. But I could not help it to recheck again and again. Because I was so scared to the point that when doctor comes out from the ICU room, and if they say an amount I cannot pay. During that moment, I felt so depressed. I felt so useless. Like, how am I going to save my father's life when I cannot save myself? Because I know that the treatment, I know that the surgery was going to be expensive, and I did not had enough money. During that moment, during such kind of moment, you will not feel poor, you will also feel humiliated. It was like life laughing at me and was saying something like, someone you love is literally dying and you are too poor, you are too weak to help them. I cannot share this experience to you. I just felt so completely useless that I cannot do anything for my father. I felt, you cannot understand this emotion until and unless you personally have gone through or you have seen someone. And I'm telling you that this situation, this incident has changed me personally as an individual. I don't need to watch thousands of motivational videos to get motivated. This incident has become such a source of inspiration and motivation for me to really work hard. Nothing else has ever motivated me like this. Somehow or the other, my father was able to fight for his life. Somehow or the other, I was able to finance that surgery and life moved on. But even after that, my mind was continuously racing. My mind was continuously in that loop, thinking like, what if this situation again come back? How am I going to finance that? And after that, I have worked so hard. I've worked extremely hard without any rest, that I myself right now is in that point where I can literally go for five to six surgery again without any problem, without any financial stress. This is the second part of the video, when the second time life had been put me in this situation. And let me tell you something from here. The fear of losing someone will never disappear. Doesn't matter how rich you are, money cannot remove that fear. You still feel weak and you still feel scared and you still pray the same way. But this time, my mind was free enough to actually be there for my family. I could sit beside them peacefully and I could focus on my father instead, rather than thinking about my bank balance again and again, if I can afford it or not. I was mentally with my family this time. And for the first time in my life, I felt so strong. Not because I became emotionless, not because I stopped being afraid, but because during that moment, my family needed someone to stand up. I could stand up for them. And that feeling, I cannot even explain it properly. It's one of the strongest feelings I've ever felt. It's one of the strongest feelings a person can experience, to know that when life hit your family the hardest, you don't become another burden. You become that support. You become that pillar, strengthen, and that supports the entire family. And maybe that's why I work so hard. Not for luxury, not to show off, and not to impress people online, but to reach to a point in life where fear doesn't completely control me anymore. A point where during the worst day of my life, I can still protect the people I love. So if there is one thing I want to tell you from this video, work so hard that one day you finally gain some control over your life. And you see this, life always unpredictable. Pain will always come, fear will always come, and a situation, something like this will always come in your life, and it doesn't matter if you're prepared or you're not prepared. It is going to come. Being able to stand firm during that moment, I'm telling you, it changes everything. So work hard. I don't want to aid more, just work hard for yourself, for your family. Thank you.